Welcome to the TechBizShea Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, we do have something to talk about, you and me, and it's foolishness. I did a story regarding this three-god, nature boy, whatever you want to call him. How about we just call him by his government name? Because his government name is being used because he's on some bullshit. Now, here's the thing. As I was about to say, I did one video, I believe, on this man here when he was arrested behind some serious charges. All right. And I really did not want to dive into this story, but however, I see it as a teachable moment for Black women. And it's getting to the point where even as I look into this Kevin Samuels situation, it just feels like there will always be, so I'm getting upset. There will always be a group of Black women who act like that they can't get it together. It feels like there will always be a group of Black women who is always voting against their best interests. There will always be a group of Black women who is down with the shits when dealing with these Black men who obviously don't like you, who obviously really don't want to deal with you. However, for some reason, they like to be in your business, or they like to tell you about yourself, or they want you part of their cult. Because obviously you have this a toxic loyalty to these type of Black men, and it always seems like a trait. All right, there is a trait that some Black women really needs to snap out of it, because for one, it's embarrassing. Number two, it's embarrassing. Number three, it's embarrassing, and I'm going to end it with number four. You look like the elevator doesn't go to the top floor. And that is what, I mean, it's not cute at all. I really don't, I don't understand it. I there is a lot of things in the Black community that I myself have unplugged from years ago, decades ago. I have unplugged myself from a lot of BS dealing with Black people. Okay. And this story is the main story that shows why Black women really need to step back and do a personal inventory. This is not about browbeating like Kevin Samuels did to get super chats and to pay his rent and those suits. No, this is about really showing a teachable moment on the failure of other women who have not acknowledged that they failed. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into this news report so everybody can get acquainted, up to speed as of why this man on your that's about to be on your screen is the face of what to expect from a lot of Black men. Okay, let's go ahead and roll it. Let's go ahead and roll.
Cult leader. We have stayed on top of the story for you from the start. Now a DeKalb County judge has denied bond for Eligio Bishop as he faces several charges, including rape. Just a few hours ago, our Paul Lasuro spoke with his legal wife and a former member of this alleged cult.
Brand new video showing Eligio Bishop's first court appearance. The 40-year-old alleged cult leader of the so-called Carbon Nation group, who goes by the name
Pause all the way. Now, here's the thing. You saw in that video of the news, right? Showing the man on your screen telling other women to slap another woman, and this is only what is out in the public domain. So there's really no telling what else has been going on that it has not been exposed yet. Do you hear what I'm saying? Why in the world would a Black woman, let's go ahead and roll this back. Yeah, why in the world? Of course, at least the news had some respect for these black women here, since they didn't have any respect for themselves, to blank out their faces, okay? These are grown-ass women, okay, number one. And number two, as I saw, they're in a particular generation. These are probably women in their 20s, okay? And they are subjecting themselves to this type of treatment, as of allowing a whole ass grown man would obviously have some issues of his own. And we're about to get into those issues. And you ain't got to take my word for it, because we got footage. Now, the black women on here, y'all need to, I'm hoping that they have dispersed. I don't believe that they have. I believe that they are kind of sitting in wait. And obviously, what the news report said, they're going to have to wait a little longer, because that obviously, thank God, that man did not get bail. Yeah, there was no bond. So he going to have to sit up in there and humble himself some more, child. The humbling, it always comes when those handcuffs, those state issue jewelry, as we like to say on this channel, is slapped on these men. All of a sudden they want to be humble and go back into the jungle with his family's ease as an S and live on, leaves and berries. Yes, and I do not make that up at all. He was trying to get an affirmation before the judge put that no bail on his ass. Yeah, he did that whole monologue of what he wanted to do is run up in the woods with his women's and his children's and live on fruits and berries. And of course, the woman who was tape recording this was amening the whole time. We have got to get this self-esteem up out of the gutter, black women. Some of them, yes, we're going to have to leave behind, but we need to shine a light on this bullshit. All right, let's go ahead.
Carbon Nation group, who goes by the name Nature Boy, was denied bond Friday.
To find the defendant to be a danger to the community, a risk to intimidating the victim. There's also...
And that is fact. That is fact. Obviously, the judge is seeing what everyone saw on the social media, those idiots in his group that we are about to see in a minute. Actually tape recorded a conversation of Nature Boy in jail. Okay, all the calls are taped by the jail, so that was stupid. Of him saying the exact same thing that the judge said, that he is at risk of tampering with witnesses. Yes. And he said on the tape that was put on social media that his boots on the ground idiots needed to do some witness tampering.
The risk of flight and also the risk of committing an additional felony. So therefore, bond will be denied.
Those words a step forward in the right direction for Velvet Marquez.
This bond hearing is definitely celebrated by the survivors of the Carbon Nation Code.
Marquez, who says Bishop forced her to marry him when she was still a part of the cult and who has a child with him, believes keeping him behind bars will also keep former and current members safe.
We all have a very serious healing journey that's ahead of us, and we do not need Bishop taunting us, harassing us, and threatening us while we are healing.
In court Friday, the prosecutor read a letter from the victim who came forward.
I watched him whip a girl with a leather belt multiple times for 15 minutes straight, ordering her to kiss our feet while whipping her.
She added that Bishop has called his current followers from jail, asking them to contact the victim and get her to drop charges. Former member Erica Carroll prays she stands her ground.
Because he's very manipulative. I didn't want him to manipulate somebody or manipulate the judge to the point where they feel sorry for him.
The defense brought up Bishop's former employment as a barber and claimed he needs to be out of jail to seek medical care.
He has a tooth that is decayed down to the root that's causing him extreme pain.
They was bringing up points that really was irrelevant to me. It was just very weak points.
Bishop faces several charges, including rape and false imprisonment. Paola Suro, 11 Alive News.
Yeah, why in the hell does he think that he is going to get out on a raggedy tooth? Sir, that is a in and out visit. The jails actually have some type of dental situations. So yeah, that was definitely a weak argument. He tried it The public defender tried it. No, you don't need to get your bail to be out on a raggedy tooth. So here's the thing, folks, and I'm not gonna play with you. Seeing what I saw was very disturbing. Seeing what I saw regarding these young people was disturbing, as I said already. Seeing how these young people conducted themselves is kind of like, what type of evil, what type of I don't even want to say a curse, because it's way too many black people who, as I said, the elevator is not going to the top floor. And it seems like social media, every time they post on social media, is normalizing this type of behavior, especially when it comes to the young black men. These black men obviously don't have any type of guidance. These young black men that are behind this idiot who is in prison right now, his tooth wasn't hurting when he was doing all of this, that's for sure. So those young black men that is behind this cult leader have dispersed and went in different directions. I'm not trying to get all into that. We're talking about the state of the black community. And this foolishness that you've seen on your screen, people laughed at. Silent all these years. Yeah, this stuff has been on social media. There has been laughing. There has been supporting of this cult and the members of it. These people were being followed like a reality show. At least that's what I'm picking up on this whole situation. So yeah, the black community saw this situation going down. They tuned in, right? Yeah, these are your black canes. These are your thuns that is doing all of this wild shit in the rain in a cul-de-sac. Yeah, this is what was kept behind bars. Okay, this is what the black community is subjecting themselves to. Is what excuse do you have? Here's the thing: white supremacy is not doing this. White supremacy is not behind this. What is behind this? Drugs? What is it? Because this right here is just not it. However, there is a group of black women who thinks that this is cute. There's a group of black women who flock to this type of situation and this type of man. What is the state of the black community when you have this image that is being plastered, that is being made money off of? How is society and other countries is supposed to take the black community seriously when their black men cut up like this? And this was when I was like, oh baby, this right here was all that I needed to see. This right here is all that I needed to know about everything that going up in that house. Okay, it was too much. Yes. What happened right here in this whole segment told me, oh, it's just too much. It is too much. Okay, way too much. So you have all this bullshit going on, and you have the black man crying that nobody respects them. You have the black man crying that the black woman does not respect him. Why? Give us something to respect. Is this what you are producing, black man? Black woman, is this what you are producing? It's like dust is producing dust. Degeneracy is just there. It's all wrong. It's all on a level of where did the black community go wrong? Because this is only an example. right? There are many, many, many others like this walking around in the black community that thinks that, oh, these just young people, they just having fun. And then this is why I'm really here. Those black women in the window. This is what got me up on this thing. Is the black women in the window looking like idiots. These are the black women that, how are we supposed to reach those black women? How are we supposed to reach those young black women? Now, there are some black women out there say, oh, they're just young and they're just doing young people things. Baby, are you serious? This is why the black community is shit. Because we make so many excuses regarding the ills that the people in our community are doing. There is no building. That is not black love. That is toxic bullshit. Okay, I have the volume down off on this for a reason, because for one, I don't want to hear his voice. There's a lot of, actions speak louder than words, right? Right. This is why there needs to be a disconnect. This is why black women have got to have standards. You have got to pull these standards out of the gutter, because these type of men, okay, is who the Umar Johnsons, who the Kevin Samuels, who is now past, is telling you to lower your standards for. Yeah, these males that was dancing behind a Nature Boy, Three God, that man who is in prison. Those are the men that you are supposed to be lowering your standards for. So they can actually, have a family, or at least feel like that they are a man. Give the black woman something to be submissive to, because that was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. But here's the thing. This mess that I've been showing during this whole talking is why black women have to stay on guard. This is why black women have to stay on your square. Why in the world would any black woman will lower her standards to accept this bullshit? This bullshit on your screen is the activity that the collective of black men want you to accept. They want you to accept them the way that they are, no matter how ignorant it looks, no matter how moral, irresponsible that it is. This is what the bar is in hell looks like. Look at this bullshit. This is what the bar in hell looks like. This is what Kevin Samuels wanted the black woman to be submissive to. This right here is why there has to be standards, or you may fall victim into another cult. Okay, these are the young men you see behind him are the misguided souls. These are not leaders. These are followers. All of them are followers. However, they want to browbeat the black woman who refuses to follow behind them. Do you understand what I'm saying? I am tired of looking at stories like this, that black women are running behind black men like this. Because there are more like them. They're just not as extreme. They're just not willing to put all this bullshit on a camera and then upload it. Because they think it's funny. Because they think it's a flex. Yeah, he's talking mad stuff. I ain't playing it here. But you need to see, this is the body language that the black woman is having to deal with. And then you have black men who think they're so smart, jumping on panels saying, oh, the black woman needs to be submissive. The black woman is too masculine. The black woman don't respect the black man. Give us something to respect, because this bullshit ain't it. And then they want to jump on mics talking about there is more women than men, so they need to be sharing peen. And if you're over the age of 25, then you just have to accept anything that the black man gives you. Black woman, is this what you trying to accept? Is this the kinds that you just want a child that has the same skin color as you? Is this the only thing that they are allowed to have? Is this what we're doing, black woman? Is this really what we are doing, right? Is this what you really want in your life? I'm just asking a question. Is this what you really accept? Is this what the black community is coming to? That you have black men who thinks that this is acceptable. That you have black men loud and proud that this is what black woman needs to get on the train with. You know what I mean? Or you just gonna die alone. Baby, I'd rather die alone. If this is what the black woman have to look forward to as a collective, I would say that they would rather die alone. How about you? As I was saying before I got sidetracked on this monologue, silent all these years, this man has been on social media showing this whole situation. The black community has laughed. The black community has cheered it on. The black community has funded this bullshit with their views, with their beans. I think they were on bingo, so there was money going, however that folks get paid on bingo. People were cash apping these people money. Right? So the black community supported this. Why, black community, do you continue to support this bullshit? Why can't we at least say, this is why the black man cannot, the collective of black men cannot be trusted to lead anything? Why can't we say that when we have these types of examples that there was no man outside this situation who pulled this young brother to the side, or at least the young brothers behind them, that says, what the hell are you doing? You didn't have to do it publicly. You could have did a little DM. This is not male masculinity. This ain't nothing close to being male masculinity at all. This is what the black woman is supposed to be submitting to. No, nobody wants this. Nobody in their right mind wants this. Nobody wants the men that is behind this ex-stripper being the person that they are putting their life into. No woman wants to submit to this bullshit. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No woman, look at this bullshit. But then the black man jumps up in the black woman's face that says if she does not submit to this bullshit, then she will die alone. I'd rather die alone. Fathers, where are your sons right now? I'm hoping that they are not participating in this type of bullshit. Mothers, where are your son at? I'm hoping they are not participating in this bullshit. Fathers, where are your daughters? I'm hoping they are not scratching on windows. Mothers, where are your daughters? I'm hoping they're not doing the same thing. Here is the problem. If you did not want these children, you should not have had them. Because now the children of your oops baby is looking back at you at this screen. Obviously, there is no guidance there. You cannot tell me that these 4 black men on your screen were not oops babies. Okay? If you did not want these children, if you did not want the pregnancy, then you should not have had it. Okay? Because now your offspring is terrorizing the community. Now your offspring, as I said, is what other people in the black community have to deal with. Now we have a problem. And that is the reason why you have a lot of black women who have turned their back on this bullshit. That is the reason why you have a lot of black women that says the hell with this. If this is what I have to put up with, I'd rather not even do it. Why? Don't you ever, black woman, let a black man jump up in your face to tell you your standards are too high, because they want you to bring your standards down to this bullshit on your screen. They want your standards to be this low that you will accept what is on your screen. This is not the way to go, black woman. They want you, black man, they want you, they want you to accept everything that they are giving with no pushback. They want the black woman to have no pushback regarding their behavior. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have a generation and it is not going to change. I am sorry. This type of generation of dust, the collective, is not going to change. So you have to decide if you are finally going to put yourself first and not have any more of these dusty man's children who some of them grow up to be what's on your screen right now. Black woman empowerment has a lot of layers, okay? And the layer that I am on is not accepting this bullshit. This is not cute. This is not young people just, being young. No. This right here is bullshit. This right here is an embarrassment. And the people who make excuses for what is on your screen are just as ignorant as the ones we have been watching this whole time. And I'm tired of it. And that, as I said top of the show, is the main reason why I have removed myself from a lot of layers of the black community, because I do not have the patience. I learned very early on that I was not put on this earth to break my back, to save a group, to save a community that doesn't want to be saved. So I have to concentrate on the women who actually went through their own journey and just need a corner that says, amen, you're doing a good job, keep up the good fight. You have to be an example for the women who are still lost. You have to be the example, because you cannot bring these women out of the state of black male worship until they are ready. Only thing you can do is say, sis, make sure you put them laws in their life if something pops off, and let her be. And then you need to keep reminding yourself as of why you are making the decision to put yourself first, because of this bullshit that we have been watching. This is a level that should be an embarrassment to the black man's image. But however, obviously, they have not reached that level yet. You have black men on this whole thing crying that R. Kelly needs to be released from prison. You have black men on this screen crying about Kevin Samuels passing away and black women laughing. No, black man. You was laughing when Kevin Samuels was browbeating, being mean and nasty, being nice nasty, being not so nice nasty, and sending him money when he was degrading, when he was doing everything possible to degrade the black woman. So how about you keep on laughing? How about you keep on laughing, black man, who is trying to browbeat the black woman for keeping the same energy? No. We are going to keep the same energy when it comes to Kevin Samuels, when it comes to the black woman looking down on other black women who accept the bullshit that we have been watching the whole time that I've been talking. You cannot turn away from it, because it is literally a car crash, in front of our face. You just can't look away. You just can't look away. So, until the black woman understands that you have to look this foolishness in the face before you can say, you know what, I'm going to put myself first. And you stay putting yourself first. That is what this is really all about. You have to remind yourself as to why you need to keep putting yourself first due to the bullshit that is in your face. And see, I was about to turn on the volume right there as to how he was talking to that other young brother who was in his way. Yes, he's dancing in the mirror right there with those other young black men behind them. This is ridiculous. Look, black woman, you have to understand. You have to put yourself first at all times. And don't let these dusty crybabies try to change your mind because their feelings are hurt. That's my statement, and we're out.